Hi, I'm OrbAttraction, holding space for communication and healing with spirit. Um, I've got a lot on my mind. A lot is coming up. I commented on, I don't even know, it was probably a short, whatever, about abuse from a spouse, right? And it just brought a lot of stuff up, and I'm like, along with people commenting on my things I post, and then the things that happen around me, and the things I videotape. I went yesterday looking for a particular quite disturbing video, and of course it's gone on it's just lost on all my devices, and I'm floored, and I'm beyond fucking irritated, to tell you the truth, because I want to show some people this. It's stuck with me. I mean, this happened in what, 2019, 2020-ish, maybe even the beginning of 21. I'm not even sure. I even took screenshots of, and those are even gone. So my frustration is of my old self and my humanness, I guess, because I know in my heart it's spirit protecting me from things I videoed in that house I lived in. But anyways, that's been strong on my mind this morning. I did some journaling. Today's the 27th. I'll just share a little bit because of what the decks called me this morning. It says, yesterday I went looking again for a lost video. Somehow, that one is missing. Of the most creepiest video I've taken, it's gone. Spirit removed it, I say. Why can't I find this video? And I got massive chills. It says, I remember trying to send it to a particular person on YouTube. And of course, I was having email issues because it's just what happens. Technology, it just goes haywire around me. Anyways, I woke up this morning just after freaking midnight, you guys. And as I'm journaling, it's 3:54 a.m. I tried to go to sleep. I tried meditating. I connected with Gaia. I felt really at peace. And since, not these new memories, but it's stuff that I obviously need to work out, and I'll speak to my therapist here within the hour for some healing on that. But because I've had my body issues and all of that to deal with here most recently, but these are coming up as I posted, like I said, on that short about abuse. But so my mind's racing, and it's just what it is. It says, I wrote, so I can't get back to sleep. So now I'm with my coffee in hands, and my decks that called me out for me are, and I put, because I want to know what's stopping me from seeing the video. Like, and I want to know what was in the video, and I want to know why these things happen to me and why I see these things. It's just hard sometimes to think all of that's for my higher good, you know. So the decks that called me this morning My beautiful deck. Seasons of the Witch. Mabon. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Mabon. Oh my gosh. And it's so beautiful. So, of course, I had to say what color, and orange came. And then Sacred Vision Oracle, and then Mother Mary. And I was over there journaling on my bed, and I stopped with Mother Mary because I started getting emotional. So, okay. Seeing through my tears here. I list all the decks that call me. And I put here, I want to know what is around me, making all these happening around me. For me, why? Right? Okay, so as I'm shuffling this deck here, like I said before, I wish I could have a video tape going all the time on me, because as I'm splitting the deck, right, to shuffle like this card here, card 1, was on this side, and I'm holding this, so it like flipped from this deck over here and landed right here, like so like unbelievable. And the way it did it, it was like, okay, I just knew that was the card, right? I mean, we just know. So of course I journaled how it came out and stuff. Apothecary cabinet. God, I'm always hiccuping and burping. Just releasing what I've just swallowed down. Okay, I've had this card before, but it means more today than the other times I've received this, because of the way it came out, because of what I'm thinking. And then what it says here, I don't think I cried at this one, but I did get chills and stuff. It says, without practice, without befriending them, they are strangers in your path. So you see me shaking. I know there's nothing to be scared of, but and I know I'm between the worlds, I suppose. I mean, my cards tell me I know things without knowing. It's just all the things. I just don't know which direction to go in, and I want answers. And I'm very irritated about things here. Without practice, without befriending them, Laura, they are strangers in your path. Oh, I wrote down what it says here, and I put fuck. And then I got chills. Oh my God. I just like, what the fuck right now? Of course, I know I'm getting massive chills, but I wrote massive chills. And I looked up the meaning of apothecary. And I knew it had to be with herbs and oil. It's just all the things that can help me with connecting a spirit and everything. And I know I mentioned I've got books. I want to learn. I need to learn these things. Like I mentioned before, maybe they're deep down inside me, just like the Reiki. It just came so easy, and now I can move energy and heal my body. And I even help my daughter with a sore throat. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm shaking in my boots, but I got a lot to embrace. I've got a lot to remember. I've got a lot to let go of my humanness for a bit. Um, anyways, I looked up and it's herbalist. I'm not going to be a pharmacist and all that shit, but I love essential oils and stuff. And I wrote, I've been wanting to learn this. Even said this in a video. Oh, and then after I got done writing that, I lifted my head just a bit and I got dizzy. And I put, wow, the way this card danced out of my deck, I mean, it just still blows my mind. So, my prayer hands over my Bible this morning, I asked for my spiritual tribe to assist me in my transistence to what I'm to be, for all the happenings around me. And I want clarity of the understanding of what all these happenings have happened. I will be putting up videos of things around me that I've videotaped. And to be honest, I'm like, I know I should, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want people to be weirded out. I'm just, all the things. Anyways, I said that 3 times. And let me just read what it says here for card 1. Okay. Tools, a need to develop skills and hard work. And after I read that, I got chills. And of course, I write all over my books. It says your higher self chose this card because your journey is just beginning, even if it feels as though you have walked this road for ages. There are skills, resources, or tools you need before you can begin to work of calling in those big dreams. For example, when attempting to manifest more wealth, consider whether you need to overcome limited finance stories or destructive money habits that are sabotaging your efforts. Receiving a loving partner may be blocked to you until you do your inner work of loving yourself. Expressing supportive friendships may require you to eliminate relationships that are toxic and draining. It goes on to say, take the time to do this inner work now. It will save you many days, months, even years of starting over. It says your soul has selected this card to gently encourage you to be honest about where you are in your journey and what realistically needs to be done to see results. I mean, it's just so fitting. All transformation begins with awareness. And I'm going to put Laura, and starting where you are is the first step towards a realistic shift in your situation. Your life can be completely different 6 months from now with the right tools at your disposal and willingness to do the work. pulling this card. Oh, it goes on to say pulling the falling leaf cards, but I didn't. And then I could go to the QR code and get more information, but of course it had to be emailed over. So connecting your tools and rituals, it says. The purpose of this ritual is to connect and set an intention, a step many people overlook, even though it is vital to the spiritual practice. Everything has a spirit and thus should be respected, and relationships should be built between you both. Do the simple but powerful ritual with tools, plants, anything you use or work with in the spiritual practice. And of course, I brought my Bible over and put my hands over it and spoke my prayer over it about assisting me in my transistence. And that's what it says to do here. So I did that. And let's see. Oh, okay. And then I got the coming of darkness for my shadow card. All the light is dimming. Life is weathering at your core. Are you ready? I think I said I've got chills. Oh yeah, chills. Effing chills I put. It took a hot minute. Oh, wait a minute. That's not even that. That's not even that card. That was this one here. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't journal this. Let's see what maybe I just wrote it in here. It's been a lot this morning already. Okay. So this card, it says preparing coming of darkness. Okay. Your higher self chose this card because a storm is about to hit, and it's warning you to take steps now to prepare for the darkness times ahead. All cycles must come to an end. It's common to hear phrases, and this too shall pass, in reference to difficult situations. Rarely, however, is this advice given good times. Perhaps it's critical to enjoy periods of abundance, happiness, but it's also important to remember the good cycles of life will pass at some point too. The tables will turn, and while you can't do anything to stop the natural ebb and flow, you can lessen your blow as much as possible. Oh, my fingers are cold. When you receive this card, consider where you need to take steps to better prepare moving forward. Right here, right? Card 1, right? It is time to open or buckle up a savings account. Do you need to do more research? Yes. Be ready with an elevator pitch or to get a business card made. Perhaps you have seen some instability with your employer, and it might be time to consider looking for another job. The signs that are right in front of you at this time. The first thing that gives you a feeling of uneasy is likely when you will experience some challenging moving forward. Okay, so is this the thoughts that I'm going to speak to my therapist about and hopefully do some EMDR treatments? EMDR, is that what it is? I'm like, my mind is like crazy today. Okay, well, I don't know. Here are the cards that came out for this deck, which are quite amazing in themselves. Observer was my shadow card. Illumination, New Hope, East Yellow was my first card given. And it took me a hot minute. It took me a hot minute to get my answer. So I re-asked my question and shuffled right. Instead of saying, assist me in my transistence and all of that down there, I shortened it and maybe refined it a bit. I said, do you have advice for me of the happenings happening around me and why? And then this card came out, and then card 12, care. It says echoes of the heart, and it's West Black. And then on the bottom of the deck, observe, border patrol, south, and red. Oh, and that's the hummingbird. Look how beautiful. Card 12, care. That's beautiful. And then illumination. Illuminating my birth and my course. So let me read this to you, and then I'll refer back to the book. I'm just trying to see what I wrote here. Okay. So you enter this world with a birth crying, announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of your life with questions. I have many questions in search of answers. It's amazing how I got this card, right? I mean, I had to re-ask my question, but I got the answers. It goes on to say, where did I come from? Where am I going? Every sunrise illuminates where you have been, where you are, and the infinite possibilities before you. The earth is throbbing like a drum. A baby is born, joy is born. Liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of woman and the great mother in unison. Little one, you are blessed in beauty and light. May you be newborn in many seasons of life. Visit this deep blue pond often. It represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name the emotions that pains you? Dive deeply into the phantom reflections and soothe your spirit. Your light is there, just on the other side of the shadow. It says, speak of it. See, and I'm wanting to share what happens around me, what I've videotaped. I just got massive chills. So it says, speak of it. And I'm like, speak of it. And I just get chills all over, massive chills, as I try to read the guidebook. Okay, let's see what it says. 25. Okay. 24. Okay, that is 25. Okay, and wait, where's 25? Okay, so that will be what I just read off the card. So spirit of the card says, the birth of a child represents great hope, and we have many rebirths and small deaths in a lifetime. Each brings a reckoning of hope. The sun above the child is either rising or sitting. Is your intent rising or falling in your life? And then as I'm reading that, I had a phone noise, just spirit confirmation. The blue macaw feathers inspire the journey of life ahead, and the bell calls in the good spirits as guardians of good health. The beat it shield the Navajo And the eagle's feathers represent universal vision. My ears ringing. And unconsciousness, respect for the many different paths that create the divine whole. And what did I write? Spirit. Oh, spirit moves my feather. An infinite connection to be honored by all. And I wrote, I sat with this and I know I have the connections with spirit. Okay, a word from the artist says, this painting honors the birth of my daughter and the sacred role of her mother. The cradle board is a symbol of mother's support with the dreams of the sun, the moon, and the stars. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. And there's the bell and the feathers. Wow, and the sun, the stars. Beautiful. I don't know what else I wrote. Oh, my thoughts just now. I need to share. I'm not going to name them, but they probably know who I need to share with about these happenings. And then I wrote one person's name again. It says, yikes. It's like I need to talk to her. Where is she? And I put, wow, I know spirit. Like, then phone. Oh, as I'm writing this, I got phone noise again. So it's just confirmation of me writing that I need to share. And I know I need to share. I know I do. So, yeah. Okay, card 12 says, okay, these first 4 words stopped me in my track. And of course, I started crying. It says, wrap an invisible cloak. And I've shared the vision of Great Spirit and I on this cliff. And he cloaked me with the robe. And so that made me cry. And what did I put? Cried like a baby, reading just the 4 words, wrapped an invisible cloak. And I said, Great Spirit did this for me, October of 2019. I still remember that vision so clearly. It says, as I'm crying, I'm thinking of this disturbing video that is lost that I want to an answer for. I need to understand of what I see. And then again, I said I need to connect with a person here. Okay, I'm not going to put what I wrote, but yeah, she knows. And then I wrote on, I want to believe that spirit removed that video for my own good, for my sanity, I put. Okay, let me read this. Wrapped in an invisible cloak of love around you, and share your kind words with others. Take care in the words that you speak and choose, for they build your body and your life form. Feel the gentle wind that works your words of love to shape your life into beauty. All creatures and faith speak of angels, messengers, guiding spirits. Breathe, Laura. All super vigilant to the Creator. These voices are heard in your thoughts, but manifest most profoundly in your heart. Card 12. Okay, let's see. Card 12. Spirit of the card, it says, the warrior sings and celebrates the echoes of the heart, the memories of the past, and loves in their heart. Their bodies are simple as a bow, and each voice sings for their fellow warrior. The feather in their hair and a butterfly signifies their journey towards enlightenment as the drum beat guides their steps. All wear blankets symbolizing their ancient craft. Wow. The weaving of a loving life. As their voices clamor for spirit, one warrior patiently listens to the echoes of his heart. What did I write? Wow, mind blowing again. Oh, because before I started reading, I was looking at or maybe as I cried and stopped reading with those 4 words, after crying, I was looking, and I'm just holding the card, like embracing my memory of spirit, great spirit on that cliff. I had paused and closed my eyes and just kind of what he's doing here, just like in awe, Okay, the word from the artist, it says, this painting speaks to that guiding voice of loved ones that reverberate through your body, each heartbeat to its own drum. Yet when your hearts synchronize, the music becomes rhapsody. I hear. The 3 singers are bound together in a heart shape. Isn't that cool? As they look inward for internal truth, they become one mind and body. The 3 represents the mother, father, and child. And a eternity, 1 + 1 = 3. Okay, that's cool. And I might have to end this. My appointment's coming up. So, observe border patrol. A great teaching in the watching your mind process and do nothing at all. Be the stalker of your mind. Watch your thoughts passing by with no judgment or moral concepts. The knacking of meditation and the rest of the warrior spirit is simply watch. For example, to observe this painting, feel the tone of the colors, experience the passion behind the ancient symbols, and move into the spirit from which it was created. Sense the movement of the air from the hummingbird's wings and the impeccability of its nature. He is a great warrior beyond compare, as are you. Hummingbirds are extremely traditional, passionately defending their airspace. Medicine bundles are symbols reminding the owner of proper thought and action. As the guardians of their own airspace, we too must exude the passions, grace, and beauty of the hummingbird. And I'll probably pause it. I don't know if it'll stay paused, but I'll try to come back and read this. But if not, I'm just going to hold it up there and let you guys pause it if I can't get back and the video doesn't let me. But yeah, it's just all amazing and beautiful. So I shall return.